so glad to see it as always. I do hope everyone is well. As I always like to say, and are able to get out and enjoy this beautiful day that the Most High has made and given us. I would usually say enjoy getting some fresh air and sunshine and exercise, but I can only say 2 out of the 3 today because it is raining here in Charlotte again. We have been getting rain once a week for a few months, if I'm not mistaken. At least the last month. But no, I'm not complaining. I'm just glad to see it. I'm glad to be able to get out and enjoy it, like I said. But I did have a great thought that the Most High put on my mind like 2 or 3 days ago. And it's just been marinating. He'll pop it back in my mind every now and again. And it is, and all you're getting, get understanding. And my mother, she gave me a script. I think it was a Psalms that was speaking on understanding. The same day he first gave it to me, I was like, oh, there go my confirmation. But in all you're getting, get understanding. And that's so important because with so much that's going on out here in the world today, and we're not being able to trust folks from here to there as far as we can pull them. I do thank the Most High for another day that I'm in the land of the living. And open to all discussions that he set on the table. Like the word says, and all you get understanding. And let brotherly love continue. And just as I was saying in a prior recording, that we must know folks in order to love them. That's a good word. That's coming right back off the prior recording. Because we need to, like I was saying, you need to know who you're, what's the text? Who you're labor with. And in order to do that, you must spend time with them. Get to know, like I said in the prior recording, their likes, their dislikes, where they like to go, where they don't like to go, what kind of foods they like to eat. This is a great word today. Let brotherly love continue, and all you're getting, get understanding. And I think the most important part of that script is don't be afraid to entertain folks, because you may be entertaining angels unawares, but I think the most important part of that is not to be weary in entertaining strangers. Or people that might seem strange. Because a lot of times, just like with this Hebrew teaching, it seems strange. It seems unorthodox, unfamiliar, that's the word. And see, us as so-called black folks, we'll stick with a thing forever, even though it's not working. We want to roll right back over in that bed when we know we're sleeping with the devil. But the Most High saying, get up and get out of that bed. You're sleeping with the devil. But because it's familiar, and notice I say you're sleeping with the devil. Because a lot of times we're sleeping with pastors that's devils. And in some folks' case, literally. Oh boy. But we need to continue, like I say, all the time, walk with the Most High all day, every day. And when we're doing that, we're with the Ruach, listening to the Ruach, and like the script say, having our being in it. Everything we do is because we're dependent and counting on Him and His leading. We live, we breathe, and have our being. That's the script. But it's getting to a place out here now that we absolutely cannot make it without it. Like I say continuously in my recordings, we got to have the Ruach. We got to have the Holy Spirit leading and guiding us all day, every day. And He's going to lead and direct us to and who to listen to. And see why we need to stay continually listening to Him. Because the old Hasatan going to send folks who He want us to listen to. Which is a setup. But we already used to that. We already know how this walk goes. What did the script say? And you will not fulfill the lust of the flesh. I'll look that up and put it in the recording. And I think that's so important. Because as we listen to the Most High all day, every day, He's telling us exactly what's coming around the corner, exactly what we need to do. And most of the time we're flying, I don't want to say blind, but that's what faith is. We're leaning on Him just like we can't see and He's walking us through on the streets like we're blind people, but He's holding our hand, walking us through it. Time to time, He's going to lead us up to a person and have that individual take our hand and say, walk with this fella for a minute. I want you to learn from him for a minute. And you can trust him. I done signed off on it. And when that happens, you have to be obedient. I love this life. I love learning these kingdom protocols. The Most High is so good to us. We just have to remember to stay pliable in His hands and trust His leading. Because He's never going to lead us wrong. And see, the Most High taught me the most valuable lesson when I was right before I had the stroke, where He warned me that I was about to go through something that was really going to shake my faith. See, nowadays, nothing really and honestly to be true can really shake my faith anymore. Just like I heard a teacher preaching one time, it was like he was saying, once you get it, you got it. And not that you're not going to go through hard stuff anymore, but the Most High has to take you through that event in your life. That situation, as I like to call it. To where after that, you know, you got it. It's just like that final whooping. That final whooping your mama or daddy had to give you about a certain thing. After then, it won't no need for them to even talk about it no more. Because it was a done deal. You got it. Because that whooping was enough. And like I said, my mama would talk a whooping. She'll whoop you with the tongue. And the whooping will end up going on for 15, 20 minutes. And it was only a 2-minute whooping. I mean, what started off as a 2-minute whipping turned into a 15, 20-minute whipping. Because my mother would talk and talk and talk. And like I said, she'll talk up old stuff and old situations and be whooping you for the whole month. And a lot of it is just catch up. She's like, you thought I forgot, didn't you? Like, no, mama, you never forget. My mama like an elephant when she whoop you. She be recalling stuff you done forgot, or I done forgot, or we done forgot. Especially at church stuff, where we be in the audience, and cause she used to be in the choir stand, and she'd give us that point. Which my mama would do, she'll sit up straight. My mother is a tall lady, somewhat thin frame, and we'll see her, she'll sit up straight and lean like that, like she looking for you, and she'll point you out and be like, okay, I got you, I done zeroed in on your hind part. And she'll point that finger, that means I'm gonna get you. Oh boy, and when you got home, you knew what it was. 9 times out of 10, you were getting ready to face some heat. With that switch, to be real. But that's gonna be my time. I think that was a very powerful thought today. And all you're getting, get understanding, and let brotherly love continue. And right there towards the end of that strip, it was basically saying entertain strangers, because you don't know when you might run into an angel. I'm out here with Pastor Kenny today. We're gonna get out and get our exercise in and our walk in. special guest today going our walk with us, Pastor Kenny.
How y'all doing? Praise to the Most High. Just happy to be out here with my brother, taking in the activity that I always see and that has inspired me since I've been watching it. Just wanted to come out here and share with my brother today.
All praises. And I know you hear me talk about Pastor Kenny all the time lately. And this is he. But as we were talking about earlier, about entertaining angels by not straying away from entertaining strangers, we can gain a lot of wisdom from them. And most of the time it's the wisdom we need to make that next step in our lives. Letting brotherly love continue. And that's something most I would bring this script up today. On a day, Pastor Kenny asked if he could ride with me. Walking do I ride and squat. Basically my whole routine. Yeah, I know. Huh? Word up. Doggone app acting up. Yeah. So I had been posting my mileage. It was still working, but it's not accurate. It's not giving me the whole mileage correctly. It's giving me the time, but I'm like the show me state. Some folks want proof. Talk about it, be about it. Spiritual. And in your walk with him. Exactly. Because he's calling us to more all the time. And it's up to us to be obedient. Yeah, it's a challenge. It's like you said, it's a challenge. Period. And that's what I was just saying. You never know who's depending on you. And the Most High ain't always going to give you that, show you the increase. He has the increase. That's his. And he told me a lot of times he can't show it to us because our head will get big. That's why he said don't be ashamed of small beginnings. Something like that the script says. Despise it. Same thing. Ashamed. Yep. And he wants to have that part with us. All day, every day, like I say. He wants to be there with us, and he's always talking to us or communicating with us in some way or the other. Yep. Consistently. But obedience is better than what? Sacrifice, that's right. Well, family, it's been a pleasure to have our Pastor Kenny out here on this journey with us. And we're going to say, stand and keep pushing forward in the right direction.
Everything you do, make the Most High.
The Most High in your life. No doubt. Like I was telling Pastor Kenny, and I think I said it before, yesterday I believe, or the day before, how much a challenge is when you're not being consistent with your day-to-day activities. With me riding my bike and walking 5 days a week. Because I missed the first 2 days out of this week. Came back strong yesterday. And like I said, I rode like 7 miles. I walked a mile and I rode like 7 miles. And I would be posting my mileage, but my app is acting up. And I thought it was just a fluke yesterday. Maybe I did something wrong yesterday. But I noticed again today that it's keeping the right time, but it's not keeping the right mileage. And also, as I was telling Pastor Kenny, I'm like the show me state. Show me what you're doing. Show me what you're working with. And I know it motivates other people to actually see what you're doing and not to hear you just talking about it. Because that's how I am. I have to be to other people as I want people to be to me. Don't tell me you're doing something, show me you're doing it. And see, that's why I post from time to time my ride. Not only for the content that we're speaking on, but also for the proof that I'm out here doing what I say I'm doing. Because people want to see you actually doing what you say. So they can say, he can do that with I'm not going to say a bad foot, but with 3 less toes on his foot and wearing a brace, why can't I do it? And see, that's why I get out here every day, walk that mile within 15 minutes, and finish my other 5 miles within 45 minutes, so folks won't have the excuse and say they can't get out here and exercise an hour out of them 24 hours a day. At least an hour a day. Or like that article I put out about exercising 30 to 45 minutes per day, getting their heart rate up, at least to where you're sweating. And see, that's all it takes. I'm not saying you have to get out here like I do, an hour every day, 5 days a week, and really sweat and getting a good workout. But it sure helps. And like Pastor Kenny was saying, our physical life and how we keep our physical health up, or the upkeep of our physical health, shows how our relationship is with the Most High. Because just like I was saying, it's all about consistency. You have to have a consistent walk with the Most High. And that's basically saying every day, all day. We can't take no breaks with him, or we can't take no days off with him. We got to stay in his face all day, every day. It's just like we was talking to me and Pastor Kenny, or Pastor Kenny and I. The Most High is always communicating with us, and it's up to us to talk back. Now I say communicating because he's always showing himself in our lives. Just like I could be going down the street talking about an eagle, and all of a sudden I see an eagle dive down and grab a rabbit. Now, I haven't seen that before, but that's just an example. But that's how he is. I mean, I can be like I'm doing now, talking in a conversation on this recording, and I'll see or hear the exact thing I'm talking about. And 9 times out of 10, I'll see maybe on a sign or something. But it's all about the confirmation. He's confirming that he's with you all day, every day. Like he said, he's forever mindful of us. So it's up to us to lend our thoughts to him on a consistent basis. What a great day. I'm gonna go to the house and do a little work, get something to eat. Definitely take a shower. We got these clothes first. Then do a little work. Get something on my stomach. Then prepare for our I think I may watch a Western after I edit my video. Then after that, prepare for our barbershop talk. Pastor Kenny of Restoration Center Church here in Charlotte, North Carolina. I have another testimony I want to share. Well, first I want to speak about this fellow that was he was out to the park almost the whole time I was riding. He was on a motorcycle. And I noticed him. He was out towards the entrance to the park. And riding that front parking lot, I noticed him. I said, what is he just sitting there for? On the side of the road at the entrance of the park. I said, okay. And then, just now coming home, soon as I end the recording, I'm in the right-hand lane getting ready to turn right. And he's on my left. He pulled up on my left and tooted the horn and asked could he get over in front of me. I'm like, go ahead. And it was puzzling to me that as soon as I gave way, he kept going, but he kept straight in my lane. I'm like, well, why he want to get over now? He could have gotten over up there. But as soon as I thought about that script about entertaining angels. And I said, okay, never know who or what you may be entertaining. But just by being kind to other folks, you never know that split second that I pause and let him through, I could be avoiding something in my path. Or the Most High needed that time to put the finishing touches, like right here. There you go. Hey, sir, how you doing?
All right, how's it going?
I'm good. I ain't seen you out here in a minute. You been all right?
Yeah, I've been doing pretty good.
That's
Thank
good.
you, Lord.
I'm the guy that ride around on the bike from time to time.
Yeah.
Okay, take care. Good to see you.
Okay then, man. Happy New Year.
You too. Have a good one. And that's what it was all about. Just that split second of waiting caused me to run into that old timer. And a few months back, maybe a year, he had lost his wife. And from time to time I would ride through there. That's when I was riding my neighborhood more than I was riding the park. And I would always speak to him and his wife. I never really stopped and had conversations with them. But it was always a kind word speaking to folks like I do. But like I said, I knew that he had lost his wife when I rode by one day and I saw the wreath on the porch. And I saw a whole bunch of people out there gathered around him and he was on the porch. Well, a bunch of fellas from the neighborhood that I speak to from time to time. Pardon me. So I went on up there. I said, hello, sir. You might not know me. I'm Robert. I live here in the neighborhood, and I spoke to you and your wife from time to time when y'all was out. He said, yes, sir. I know who you are. I said, well, my condolences. I see the wreath on the porch. And he said, yes, sir. I lost my wife. And I said, well, my condolences, sir. It's good to see you. You take care of yourself. And I got on about my business. And I hadn't really seen him out, but maybe 2 or 3 times since then. And never, well, I did see him maybe once, and I spoke to him in passing. But besides that, I think I maybe caught him going in the house or coming out, but I never really saw him to where I had a chance to speak to him. But I like entertaining older folks, if you would say. And I always have. I always was drawn to older people. I guess because I had such a great relationship with my grandmother, Lucetta, and my grandmother, Jamie, my mother's mother. But my father's mother, Lucetta, she and my Aunt Georgia would babysit us a lot of times when my parents was off at work. And then when my parents divorced, when we would come and spend the weekend. Yeah, I always have taken a liking to older folks. And I think a lot of it is, I love to hear their old war stories. I love to hear a good story, I guess you could say. But you see how the Most High worked in confirming that word we was just talking about, how he not only communicates with us, he wants us to communicate with other people. And so you never know what people are going through. That he always remind me of that, and always that people are always watching. Those are two things he always put in my spirit. People are always watching, and you never know what they're going through. And as we were speaking today, folks need your testimony. And like the script of the day, let brotherly love continue. That didn't take me nothing but 2 or 3 minutes. First of all, it didn't take me but 5 seconds to let that fellow in front of me. And then it didn't take me but a half a minute to show kindness to that old timer and speak to him. Because you know someone that lost their wife, they had been together for a long time. I know he told me that. You know, it's good to be able to have a dialogue with them and let them know that somebody's thinking about them. Now, it's not to the point that I'm going and visiting him, but I'm gonna let that be my time for today. A little sore today. I had to go to my storage and take out some products that I sell online. That's what I do, my hustle. I sell off on eBay and offer up. And especially, I do pretty good right now because people are at home and they trying to spend that money. And I'm here to get it. Let me pull back up to the door. Save myself a step or two. Unload these totes. But I'm gonna say shalom. And as the script is today, and all you're getting, get understanding.